me, A.K.A. the Joker, just chilling on this beautiful Sunday. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Everybody's enjoying themselves today. Everybody's blessed. I wanted to come and make this video because yesterday I know people couldn't hear me. I had one of my subscribers say they couldn't hear me. So I just wanted to make this video, get a couple of hundred likes or maybe 1,000, because I want people to understand my opinion about why black families are dying in America. Now I'm sorry if I feel you think I'm disrespectful. You might think I'm don't have all my facts straight. You know, I don't know everything, but I'm just giving you my opinion straight the hell up. Like I made in my last video, I always make videos with my own opinion. You take it out is, and you can question anything I say, but I'm hoping it's respectful. But when I want to say about dying black families, I'm talking about where it began. It began not in the United States during the first couple of Africans that were brought over here from slavery in 1816, no 1619, my fault. Might have been a light long, probably about a few years before that, but it started in Africa. It started in Africa when the Arabs came into Africa and they went after a king. And then when they went after this king, they took the king and took him to, uh, you know, to their kingdom, and they forced them into slavery. And also, he took his people and forced them into slavery. It was very sad. They took a lot of, you know, uh, kids away from their families. Mothers and fathers had to be separated, and they were torn apart. The women were torn apart mentally, physically, and emotionally. The men were torn apart too, physically and emotionally too. So they were castrated. They were forced to do slave work in caves, and they were forced to be bodyguards and night watchmen. They were forced to do everything. I mean, I know it's not the only country that did that, because China used to do the same thing, castrate their people, castrate their slaves, and force them to not be involved with the other women that were there. And it is sad because when you think of families, we think of mother, father, and son and daughter. We think of the white picket fence. We think of the nice house, nice car. The father's working, mother's staying home. But that is not reality. I don't believe that in any case that's the reality, even back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, where you always will see these families on TV, listening to the radio or watching TV. And I really believe that them families were very, very, very broken inside, because the father will go out, drink, smoke, um, cheat, while the mother will sacrifice herself to stay home to take care of the son or her daughter. And it's really sad because the father will come home, kick his shoes off, and sit in the chair and take his pipe, read his newspaper, and ignore his wife. His wife could be sitting on the couch. The only thing she's doing is reading a book. But she has to be on watch, because once her husband say do this, she has to do it. Because in that time, fathers or men were the actual breadwinners. And not just the actual breadwinners, they were in control of the marriage. So basically, they used religion as a part of marriage. So the woman obeyed the husband. That was it, period. And women had no rights. So all the rights were taken away from women long before that. But it's a shame that women had no rights and couldn't do anything. They couldn't be in the same room with their husband when they had company. They had to stay in another room. If the wife, if the husband, if the other his friend's husband will bring his wife, the wife had to stay in the kitchen while he has company. It's just crazy because she couldn't watch TV. She had to go to the store, but she had to make sure that she spent the amount of money that the husband wanted her to spend. So you can understand it's not just in white families; it's in black families too. And that's what really got me, because once blacks got out of slavery, we copycatted how the whites, had uh you know families. Like, they will watch them. Like, during slavery, they will watch their slave masters and how they dress, how they take care of their kids, how do they go shopping, because Africans didn't know how to survive after they got out of slavery. Most slaves didn't leave their slave masters' plantation. They actually stayed, and because they were so afraid to go out in the real world to see what it was like to be free. And the slave masters even got upset, and even some of them even cried because they knew they couldn't survive without their slaves. So the slaves felt sorry for them, and they stayed with them and the family. So a lot of black families stood with their slave masters. So you could understand how us black people look at the past, and we are trying to emulate white people. And that's what I always say. We always try to emulate because we can see that we've been doing it for at least about 200, at least about 150 years, because we didn't know how to be ourselves. Because once we were in Africa, we learned how only to hunt. We only learned how to survive and build. We learned how to take care of our responsibilities as fathers and mothers. We were family. We lived in huts. We lived in mud huts. So what? But we were had family. We ate, foods that were not what we're eating today, but we survived. The man will teach the daughter and the son how to hunt and fish and go out to gather water. That was just true. But today you don't see that. You see today's black families, they're so separated and broken, and it's so crazy how women and men can't get along with each other at all. They can't get along. I don't care that the simple thing I always say: a child always ruin a relationship. And the only reason why I say they ruin a relationship because the mother's responsibility is taking care of her children, not the responsibility of taking care of a grown man. And that's what gets me mad about us men. We think a grown ass man should be taking care of about a woman. Knowing we had our mother for 18 years, and our mother had to take care of us and make sure that we survive. And then we get into a relationship with someone. Next thing you know, we have to tell a woman what to do. Why we have to tell a woman what to do? Why do we have to be the ones over top of a woman? And a woman was raised. I'm not saying all women wasn't raised to take care of a man, but it's some women out there were raised by their fathers to be independent and be very strong. But you always are hearing men always talk about they don't like a masculine woman, but they end up having children with these masculine women, and then they get mad when the mother is acting more adult than the fathers. Because sometimes I think that's the reason why I think a lot of men get mad. They see women that act more adult. Because women get parents at early age, so the maturity jumps up a notch. While us men, we don't mature until we like in our 40s, and that's just true. That's facts. Men don't mature until they're 40. And the thing about it is, we do mature when we're young because we have to take care of the responsibility of taking care of our brother and our sister when our family is not together. Like our mother will pass away, father will pass away, or we have to take that responsibility to be a grown man and a grown woman to take care of responsibility, to take care of our little brother, little sister. You know what I mean? And the thing is that today's family is so terrible, it's so broken. We pretend that we're happy. Why do women have to pretend that they're happy to be with a man that abuses them mentally, physically, and emotionally? And next thing you know, they're fighting all day, toxic relationship. The child sees this, or the daughter or the son sees this, and they don't like it. They say, "Mom, Dad, why y'all fight all the time?" They don't have no excuse. They'll say, "Oh, we're just having a mommy daddy talk." No, you're not. You hate each other. Why don't y'all break up and go somewhere and just be separate? Take care of your responsibility as a mother and father. Take care of the child. That's the reason why you supposed to do. You supposed to take care of your responsibility, take care of your children, not y'all two. Y'all already had your intimacy. Y'all already had y'all child. Now it's your responsibility is to be a grown man and a woman and take care of that responsibility. Because it's not fair to the child. The child got to sit there and watch y'all two fight all day. All day. Why do you think the child feels so bad? Why do you think the child grows up to be so mean and so evil? Why do you think the child commits that hurts itself? Why do you think the child always think about running away and never coming back home? And because they think about what their parents do. They want to go home. They want to go. They go to school and they tell their teacher, "I don't want to go home." Why? Because my mom and dad fight all day. My dad be abusing my mom. Why do you think that goes through a child's head? My mom yells at my dad. My mom and dad's relationship is toxic. These are black families, and it's crazy. I see it all the time, even when I'm in the hood. You hear the woman yelling at the baby father. Why are you fighting him in the middle of the street? Your child sitting on the porch and watching this, and how embarrassed he is when he got to go to school, and the kids in the school will say, "That's why your mom and dad fighting," and now he's being teased and being bullied because the mother and father will always say, "Well, it's not my fault." It is your fault. It's your fault for being assholes, being selfish. I mean, you got a 3 or 4 little kid, or maybe a 8-year-old kid that knows that, damn, my mom is going to start fighting with dad, and dad is going to start putting his hands on her. And kids see that, but the mom wants to be with the father. Oh my God, I love him. No, you don't love him. You're mad because if he leaves, you think he will take everything away from her. And see, women gotta understand independency is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a grown ass independent woman. There's nothing wrong with it. Women been doing it for a very long time. Women wasn't just born to take care of a man. They wasn't. Y'all go into this religious stage of the Bible. This is the Bible. I don't care nothing about the Bible. I don't care. A woman and a man are supposed to be taking care of a child. And if you're not in a relationship, y'all should just be boyfriend and girlfriend, friends with benefits. You know what I mean? Y'all don't have no attachments. Y'all can leave each other and go home. She can go home, he can go home, and y'all go back and see each other. But when y'all are in a relationship, deeply married, and y'all have kids, you know everything changes when you have kids. Kids change relationships. And once you have that child in your life, you got to take care of that child. And you can't be taking that child, and it's not a baby doll. You can't be screaming and hollering while your child's around and doing all that mentally, physically, emotionally abuses you do to the mom or the father. They see that. You think children are dumb. Children are not dumb. They're honestly smarter than adults. You know what I mean? Because they see and they know and they mimic everything we do. They copycat everything we do. When we get older, you start seeing the child start doing some crazy shit. Oh, damn. I used to do that. And you're trying to tell a child don't do that. Why do you have the nerve to talk about bad about your child when you used to do the same damn thing when you were a child? We think that, see, my generation always think that we were never children. I mean, we were never kids and we never seen any fucking thing. But we don't want to talk about it. We want to tell everybody to shut up, be quiet, dog. But we know we've been through that. We've seen the abuse of our family members. But the thing about it sometimes that we can change it and not be that way like our parents, or we're gonna act like our parents. And a lot of these people act like their parents. They think they gotta do this and do that just because they gotta keep a woman, or a man gotta do this and do this to keep a man. I'm sorry, change that around. But whatever, you can still say that the same way. But why do we have to fight and argue in front of our kids? That's why families are so torn apart. It's the child that's wondering why mom can't give me any time, but you're trying to give the dad time. And the dad don't need no fucking time. The father don't need no time. Because remember, it's called prostate cancer. It's called things that he can call impotency. It's called things that he's probably not even interested in, the things that y'all used to do in the past. He probably wants to sit and chill. Sometimes women do the same way once they get their menstrual. They don't want to be in that situation. That's why a lot of women want to have fun in their 20s, 30s, and 40s because they know menstrual comes around 50. And they know they won't be excited anymore or want to be intimate with their man no more. But I always think that intimacy always loses it in a relationship anyway, because people when women have children, it makes them feel like they're not sexually attractive no more. You know what I mean? They feel like, damn, I don't have that no more because you have a child. And if you're single, no man want to be with a woman with a child. I don't give a fuck if you got a child. I don't care. You know what I mean? If you love your child, you raise your child, ask what you're supposed to. I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with a woman that has a child. I wouldn't care children. Why would I care? Why would I care? I have a child my damn self. Why would I care? A lot of men say, oh, I don't want no woman with a child. So how many children you have? Well, I got like 3. So why are you afraid to be with a woman with a child? And you got 3 of them. See, this is the reason why relationships, even if you have a stepdad in the child's life, it's like it's always something holding you back to love that child. I don't know what it is with people that hate their children so much. They say that they love them, but how can you love a child when you destroy them mentally, physically, and emotionally? That's what I'm talking. And people say, well, I don't beat my child. You don't have to beat your child. See, this doesn't change anyway. If you do put your hands on your child, it doesn't change anyway. Because when I was a little kid, my mom whipped my ass when I did something wrong. Because it was called discipline. But today, kids are so not used to having discipline because they're spoiled as shit. And they can get away with whatever they want because these parents, not just that, because the parents don't pay attention to them. This is the reason why they go out and do whatever they think they want. Mothers don't go and take their children out. Don't take them to anywhere. The dad just wants to just hang out, but take his son to where he wants to take him. But the child wants to go here, dog. I got the money for that. Oh, I can't do that, can't do that. But you got things you can do with your child every day. You got freedom. You live in a free country. But you act like that, everything is expensive. Because that's what we do. We don't entertain our children no more. I see kids running in the street. I see kids playing by themselves. I see the mom in the house on the phone texting. You know what I mean? The dad's doing the same thing, talking to some guys in a car while their child running around up and down the street to get kidnapped anytime. I mean, and then next thing you know, their children are gone, they're sad, they're mad, or their children died, they're sad, they're mad. Well, you didn't pay attention to your child in the first place. This is what I'm talking about, broken families, man. There's no communication. Mothers don't talk to their daughters. Sons don't talk to their dads. They don't. They don't have sit downs. Talk about the birds and the bees, or talk about things that's going on for him or her in the future, or when she's about to graduate, or when she's in college. Some kids just still want their fathers and mothers to be parents, no matter how old they are. They can be 40, 50 years old. A mother should still be a parent when she's 60 or 70 years old. It's not fair to your child because it's still your child. Your child is grown, but it's still your child. You used to hold that child when that baby, when it was a baby, you used to feed it, you used to feed it the bottle. Then the baby's grown now, but it's still your baby. So you got to take care of your child, regardless if your child is 50, 60 years old. And you're an old ass motherfucking woman or old ass man. You still are a father because she or he expects you to still love them the same way as they were when they were children. But a lot of men and women just gear off and just, oh, I want to be down by myself. Come on. I know a lot of children don't come and see their mom and dad because they got their own life. But what is the difference that a mother will always still be a mother to a child? And a child will always be a child. Because I'm still a child. When my mother passed away, my dad passed away. But I'm still a child of them. And a lot of these men and women out there look at their children. Oh, he grown. He can do things on his own. He can, but he still need guidance. A child that's even in their 20s or 30s still need guidance from their family. And if they don't have that guidance, sometimes they'll just fall off, do drugs, do alcohol. You know what I mean? End up in, these clinics and shit. And it's not fair to it's not fair to be a child because I hate because sometimes I wish I just go back in time and I change my life around, but I can't. You know what I mean? But the only thing that will make me happy is when I go, my mom will be there waiting for me. And I turn into a little baby again. And my mom picks me up and holds me. And I never turn into an adult ever again. My mom will always hold me as a child. I got right 2 liter. But the thing about it is, I want motherfucking mothers and fathers to understand you got to be a parent, man. Stop playing around. Stop rolling these baby strollers around with 8 billion things on it. Like, why do you need all that stuff for a child? A child is a child. A child don't need all that crap on a baby stroller. You know what I mean? Because they don't need no special baby stroller. They don't need no expensive stroller. Let me get them old ass strollers and roll your child down. They don't care. I mean, today's generation are trying to make their children look like models. They don't make them look like kids. I'm seeing these little kids that are 2 or 3 years old look like they're 6 or 7 years old because the mother want to put makeup all over them, do their hair, and put a whole bunch of clothes on them that makes them look like grown people. And you should not do that because you got all these weird ass men out there that are looking at these kids. And we don't even think that way today. And the Generation Z's are really going to start messing up their kids' mind. Even the millennials already messed up their kids' minds. And the Generation X has tried to stop them, but we couldn't do it, so we started messing up their minds. Now you got these little kids that are growing up in this another generation, this other alphabet. It's really messing these kids up. These kids are running around acting like fools. And I'm saying, I blame the parents. Because the parents don't know how to discipline their children, and they don't know how to communicate with their children. They don't want to talk to them because they're going to think their child will get bad. Running around, oh my God, my mom, But you got to learn how to communicate with your child. Sit down and talk to your child about things that's going on with them. I mean, because they got a lot of problems up here, man. I mean, they're dealing with a lot of shit. You talk about we dealt with a lot of shit when we were kids. These kids got so much because they're dealing with the internet. We never dealt with the internet. We didn't deal with the internet until 96. And then on from there, these kids that were growing up in the late 90s were starting to deal with computers. And now they're fixed on these computers. And now they're getting bullied online. Now they're trying to be celebrities online. They're trying to make money offline. And they're doing so much now that's drained. And now their mind is part of the internet. They're hooked up to the internet. You ever see The Matrix? Will you ever see them getting hooked up in the back of their head? That's what these kids are doing too. They get hooked back of their head like they're in the Matrix. I mean, and they can't get out of their mind is controlled by these computers. And now the parent is just buying kids these systems and letting them play all day. And these kids are so absorbed into these video games, they don't spend no time with their own fucking family. Even when they're eating dinner, they're on their phones. When they're even out going to a beach or going somewhere that y'all went on vacation, they got their phone. I saw this video one time. They took these phones away from these kids for a whole day. These kids started flipping. I remember when the internet was off in Philadelphia, these kids were flipping. They were going to the stores asking why the internet was off. Going to AT&T, going to T-Mobile, asking why the internet was off. The boys were like, yo, we can't do nothing about that shit. They're about to tear up the store. It's horrible. It's horrible of today's generation and these kids because they are so controlled by the internet. And families are just not even together anymore and enjoying time for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and even Easter. They don't spend no time together. Summer vacations. I think a lot of these kids don't enjoy. They don't even be outside. They're always there in the house because they're trying to absorb that air conditioner, or they're on their video games 24 hours a day, and they don't come out their room. Their mom knocking on their door. You hungry? No, mom, I got some chips in here. No, mom, I got some soda in here. No, that's crazy. They get out of your room. Go run and play some basketball or something. Go out there and play some jump rope. But these kids don't want to do that because the parents don't know how to control their kids because these kids are controlling their parents. And it's horrible. Parents are not even the parents are scared of their own fucking kids. I mean, we act all tough around our kids, but we know when we look at our kids are bigger than us. These kids got muscles. You got these girls that are 6'6", and we are scared of the parent. We're scared of these kids because we believe we're going to lose a fight against them. Or we can't discipline them or say anything to them because they're going to come at us the way that we come at them. And I see a lot of parents be arguing with their kids, and these kids be up there be like, yo, mom, you better shut the beep up. I'm like, well, no, my mouth would have been all the way over there, and my mom would beat the crap out of me in front of everybody. And the cops would have never did anything. Nobody back in the day would even say anything. Oh, you're beating your child. It would never happen like that. Back when I was growing up in the 80s, it didn't happen like that. Moms and dads will punch you in your face with everybody watching. And they tell you to cry. And they will whip your ass if you cry. And nobody would say anything if you were in a mall or supermarket. They would say, oh, why are you hitting your child? They would never say that shit to us. They would never say that shit to my mom. My mom would have punched a woman in the face. Because you don't be in nobody's business. So we didn't do that. We didn't be in anybody's business. If we being disciplined, we've been disciplined because we did something wrong. We stole, we lied, we did something disrespectful. So we deserve to get our ass whipped. We not deserve a candy. We not deserve timeout. We not deserve to be in a corner. We not deserve to get 5 minutes. We get 2 hours for not playing video games or watching TV. All that shit was taken away from us for months. Oh, you want to hooky school? You can't play your sister for a year. Mom takes it out your room, put it in her room. And the only way you can get that shit is if you sneak in her room and get it. Because she'll lock it with a special key. And they don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. They let these kids get away with anything. And that's why these parents don't know how to raise kids. You see, these kids are dying, dog. I never seen so many young kids are ending up in the ground. I mean, you see all these moms crying, oh my God, my son is gone. Because you don't pay attention to your child. You don't give your child time. Your child only wants, it's times why they hang around them bad dudes. A lot of girls hang around the grown ass men. Women hold a lot of these kids, a lot of these young females hang around grown ass men because they don't have a father. Or they don't have a mother that actually loves them. Or a mother's jealous of the daughter. Oh my God, why you gotta wear that? Oh my God. God, why are you jealous of your daughter? Why do you want more men to your daughter? Why do you want more attention than your daughter does? You should be proud that your daughter is a beautiful ass woman and she's getting his attention because you never had the attention. At least your daughter is enjoying things. Why don't motherfucking parents want their kids to enjoy their time? Why are we so jealous of our children? We're up there running around trying to beat our children, buying the Jordans, buying the nice. Why are we trying to be our kids? Our grandmoms and our granddads never did that. Our moms and our dads never did that. But so why are we copycatting? Well, not me. This new generation is copycatting off these kids. They want to go to concerts. They want to hang around these celebrities. They want to watch YouTube, be on TikTok dancing. And like this woman's like 60 years old on TikTok dancing. It's about fun. No, it's not about fun. Because half of them kids on TikTok they only dance with their parents because their parents really just want to have attention too. That's what they want. They want the attention just like their child does. And next thing you know, the child and the mother's fighting. Oh my God. But why are you fighting your child for? Let your child enjoy themselves. Let them enjoy their prom. Let them enjoy their graduation. Let them enjoy their life. Let them have fun in their 20s. And when they get older, they will learn that they need to settle down. That's why a lot of women don't know how to settle down. They still in their 40s, still want to be young. These moms still want to be in their 20s. They don't want to grow old. Well, you're going to grow old. You're going to get wrinkles. You put tons of makeup on your face to hide your true self. Why? Even fathers are trying to be young. Why are we trying to be young for? Who we trying to impress? The same mother effers you see every day on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you see them every day. They're not more impressed than you than they see another woman or another man look way better than you, that has a better body than you. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically, emotionally, you are so torn up. And that's why families are so torn up mentally, physically, and emotionally, because they are unhappy with themselves. So they make their kids, they make their kids feel so, make their kids so unwanted, and their kids are looking for love, regardless of how bad they are. You see men in prison, all they tell you that we always wanted to be loved. And you got these kids in free world, they want love to their parents, but their parents won't do shit for them. Instead, buy them things to keep them busy while they go out and go to clubs. Oh, I bought you that video game, why don't you go and play it? Mom, I want, no, I want to go out, I'm gonna go out with my girlfriends. And the son's like, God damn, I can't go with my mom. So he has to go out and hang out with his friends. That's teaching him how to be a misfit. Sorry to say it that way. Teaching him how to be an asshole, be evil, be being still, cursed, do all these things. And next thing you know, he coming home doing and saying all these things to his mom. And his mom is mad because she don't know why he's talking that way to her. You're like, well, number one, you didn't give your child no time. And the baby father, he's there, but he doesn't care either. All he wants is some sex. That's all he wants. That's why he's there. I mean, or he's jealous of you talking to another man. And it's crazy because why do women have to fight another man because he's with somebody else? So the hell what? If she's in love, she should be able to be with a man anytime he wants. And a man should be able to be with a woman anytime he wants, even though he has children with that other woman. A woman needs to stop being jealous of another man, her boyfriend or her ex, want to say being with another man because he doesn't want to be with you. That's the reason why it's called your ex. You fighting, being toxic child. They're like mom and dad. They always are fighting. Next thing you know, you see a video of the mom not even around anymore, or the father not around no more because they ended them. You see a lot of that on TV. I watch these shows of these men get mad because their baby mom's with another man, or the woman is mad because she found out that he's with another woman, and next thing you know, she ends him. Now she's going to jail for life. Now the child is alone, or the child got to go to grandma. You know what I mean? And now she has to learn about her mom being in prison for the rest of her life, knowing that she ended her father's life. And now she don't want to be around her mother no more. And that's where that hatred comes from, because mothers and fathers don't know how to deal with each other. Because nowadays, when you got kids, your kids should be the most important thing to you. But you don't put that time into your kids will go off the hook and do some other bullshit. I'm sorry to curse, but kids are going to end up doing other stuff because they're going to try to entertain themselves with something. Because your mom and dad don't want to entertain you, don't want to give you no time. So they're going to go out there, have kids early age. They're going to go out there and, do drugs, drink alcohol, hang out with all the most baddest dudes in the world. That thug life. They don't care. They'll be listening to rap music. They'll be listening to this music that don't make no damn sense. And then they're going to actually think, oh, doing these things is going to make them happy. But the mom and dad don't understand. My daughter might never been like this. She never been like that before because she was always trying to figure out why mom and dad never gave her time. Or the son will feel that way too. Why is my mom not giving me no time? Why is dad always not giving me not giving me no time? So when is dad gonna come home? When is mom gonna come home and hang out with me? Because sometimes a boy needs a father talk. A boy needs a father to talk to, not about life, just in things in general. The daughter needs the mother to talk to because she needs to talk and learn about what goes on in life. But the daughter really needs more to learn than the boy does. Because the boy can just go out there and do things. The girl still needs her father and her mother. Really still needs her father. Because the father protects the daughter and the mother protects the son. That's how it goes. That's why the son is closest to the daughter. That's why the son is closest to the mother. And the daughter is closest to the father. But everybody say, "Oh my God!" But the father can be around the daughter because the father's teaching the daughter how to be a woman and how to protect herself and how to be independent and strong-minded. If you don't have that father to be being around the daughter more than the son, because everybody says, "Well, the son needs the father more, the daughter needs the father more." But you understand, as a female, that's why the father needs to protect his daughter, because that's the princess and he's the king. He's supposed to protect his daughter all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The son can go out there and do whatever he fucking wants. The daughter's always going to run to her dad and say, "Dad, I need you." But these motherfuckers always talk about, oh, well, the son needs about. The son is going to have to learn on his own to go out there and be a man. He has to learn how. You see, the mother the mother lion has the little baby, the baby will get a little older, and then she will tell the baby, she will leave the baby to go hunting by themselves, and they'll be still little. They'll let them go out there and hunt by themselves. That's what the boy can do. The boy can go out there and hunt at the age of 4 or 5 years old. The little girl can't do that. And I'm not saying that she couldn't do that mentally, physically, emotionally, because she has to learn how to be a hunter. Because there's some girls out there that can hunt and learn from their fathers. Why think men never? Why you think women are so independent? Because they had a fucking father. And now men are telling their daughters, no. The men want these guys to tell their daughters, don't be independent, don't be strong, don't be mentally, physically, emotionally ready to take care of your life. Go out there, graduate, get that piece of paper, go out there and make that money, get that car, that house, that white picket fence, and get a husband and kids. That's what a man teaches his daughter. But you got these dumbass men, sorry to say it that way, you got these idiot men going out there telling men not to teach their daughters to be independent. Teach them to be, uh, um, teach them how to be uh, a wife or submissive. A woman's going to be submissive to her man until she has a baby. Next thing you know, she's not going to be submissive no more because she is not the same way she was when she was 19 and 20 years old. Because children change women. I tell that all the time. Women get changed by a baby. They're not physically, emotionally sometimes attracted to their man anymore. And it's not because she don't love the man. It's just because she don't feel the same as she did when she was 19 years old. 18, 20, when she first met him and y'all had sex, bang, it was over. And next thing you know, you like, wow, you don't give me no more because women are not, their minds are different now. They're so worried about their child. They're not worried about having sex every night like they used to. Because everything is on her fucking mind. Take your child to doctors. Make sure your child got good insurance. Make sure your child eat. Make sure your child, goes to daycare. Make sure her child get a babysitter. She got so much on her freaking mind. She's not worried about having intercourse with her husband. Because she's so drained of having this child, probably 15 or 60-pound baby, carrying it around, making sure the child gets hit shots. Make sure the child don't get sick. Make sure the child don't get any type of skin disease. Make sure her child get everything so the child can look good when it gets older. But these men don't understand that. Men think women are supposed to just bow down to them and do anything they want to them. And knowing they got a little baby, that's your own damn child. Your seed is being taken care of by the woman that you're supposed to love. You don't love your woman. Only thing about it is, okay, I got a baby, I can have sex. Come on, give me some. I want some baby. No, baby, I don't feel right. Oh my God, you're cheating. That's the mind of a man. A man don't have that much shit on their mind. Only thing we care about is making money and hope we go to work and keep our job. Women got a lot more on their plate than a man do. A lot more. And you think that women don't? Ask your mother. Ask your mother what she's been through all her life to make sure that you, because your father wasn't there, to have a better life for you. Like you graduate, go to school, go to prom, you do everything that you're supposed to do. Your mom helped you get that far. And next thing you know, you got these men. Because I know a lot of men were raised by their mothers. But they hate the fact that they were raised by their mothers. Because their mothers were not, like, they said they never teach me masculinity. How are you masculine when you're 5 or 6 fucking years old? How are you masculine when you're 8 or 19 years old? How are you masculine at 14 or 15 years old? You're not masculine. You're a child. You're not a masculine man when you're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. You're still a child. You're a teenager. There's no such thing as masculinity. Even when you're older, you don't understand what masculinity is. Just because you're taking care of your family, that doesn't, and protecting your family, you're supposed to do that. That's not nothing to do with masculinity. You're supposed to do that anyway. You're supposed to take care of your responsibility, taking care of your family. You're not supposed to say, oh, I'm masculine. That word is the most dumbest word I hear all the time. It's masculine. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to be a man to protect your family, work, do what you're supposed to do to survive. Help your children learn how to survive. That's the reason what you're supposed to do. It's been going on for for probably a million years. Ever since man came on this planet, and ever since woman was created on this planet, we had to take care of our responsibilities of taking care of a child. And it was no if, there's a fuck about it. It was no man being masculine, strong with muscles, like you see on fucking movie 300. No, men didn't look like that. Men didn't walk around with muscles. Why are we all evil to our women and so vocal to our women when our women just want to be what they want to be? If they want to be independent, let them be independent. If they want to make money, let them make money. If they want a job, let them have a job. They're still doing the same freaking thing when they come home. They're taking care of their children. They're taking care of you. There's a lot of men that don't even work. There's a lot of men that's dependent on their woman. But men say, oh, you should depend on a woman. So how do you depend on your mom for the last fucking 18 years? You still depend on your mom. You still running your mom to do your laundry. You still depend on your mom to cook some food for you. We don't have no food. You depend on your mom for a lot of shit. Men talk about, yeah, you should, yeah, y'all been masculine. Man, I see you running to your mom all the fucking time. Mom, 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 and complaining about your wife. And now your mom is complaining about your wife. Oh, I hate that woman. I hate her. She don't do nothing. All she do is do this and do that. Oh, she should be submissive. She should be giving you what you want. What is going on? A family should be a family. A woman and a man should be both independent, 50-50. Why is us as men so afraid as family to be 50-50 with our child's mother? Why are we afraid? Why do we want to be so strong? We're supposed to be strong. We supposed to be not strong as being thug life, walking around with a pistol in our pocket. No, I'm talking about we should be mentally, physically, emotionally strong for our children and our wife. We should protect them anyway. It shouldn't be no ifs, ands, and buts. We should be walking around here, trying to be tough because we think we're masculine. Masculinity doesn't mean anything about you being tough. Because I see a lot of guys out here act masculine, get their ass whipped. Or I see a lot of these men that act masculine have these men that are masculine, probably bigger and strong, probably weaker than them, make them look like little ass children. You can't use that as a way of raising your children. You use love to raise your children. You use education to raise your children. That's how you raise kids. Children are going to be strong or they're going to be weak regardless. But you don't strengthen their muscles and their hands. You strengthen this shit. This needs to be strong. This needs to be mentally, physically strong for your child to go out there in the real world. They got to survive. Not being a masculine to survive. You don't survive with masculinity. You survive with this shit right here. You gotta be smart. You gotta be smarter than the next person next to you. You gotta know where your enemies the fuck are. I mean, you gotta know everything that's gonna happen to you, hoping that you might live to see to probably live to be 90 years old or 100 years old, and you will die a proud man and a woman. But you see, these men don't want to raise their children the way they're supposed to be raised. But you raise your child whatever you want to raise your child, and a lot of these men call their children weak, and getting mad at their child because they want to do stuff on their own. Oh, he should be doing that. Well, your child's a grown ass man. You do anything you fucking want. Yeah, I mean, but when he's a child, I understand sometimes these children don't listen. I mean, because sometimes men are so hard on their children, they don't let them be kids. You gotta let your child be a child, man. You gotta let your child be a teenager. And you gotta let your child enjoy themselves so they can have a memory of their teenage years that's gonna make them, yeah, I remember I did this in my teenage year. Oh man, that was so exciting. I enjoyed it. But when they get an adult, they be like, damn, they be so upset because they never had a childhood. Why do you think these kids act the way? Because they don't have no fucking childhood. And I blame the parents for that. It ain't society. It ain't the government. It ain't the fucking president. It's us as people that don't know anything about raising children. Or we are just so selfish. We just hate the fact that we are grown. And our children are trying to enjoy themselves and be able to get all the freedom that they wanted. And we don't have that freedom more now because we got to work. We got to pay bills. We got to do all these things that we never did when we were children. And then when we became adults, we had to start doing some real shit. Paying rent. All that shit that we never did when we were kids. And now we're seeing our kids doing the same thing as us. Not paying bills, not paying rent, not doing any of these things. Enjoying going to their grandma's house and playing, getting toys, getting spoiled. We don't do that no more. Because we're grown now. Now we got to sit there and worry about bills. We got to worry about doing all these things now. And our children, we can't enjoy ourselves. And we are mad at our kids for that. We're jealous of our kids for that. That's why we go to clubs with our children. That's why we go to bars with our children. That's why we try to hang out with our children. I see women hanging out with their daughters' male friends for some fucking reason. Telling them to come over and party with them. For what? Oh, because I want to make sure my child's okay. So why the hell are you talking to that 20-year-old? Oh, well, he's a friend. He's not your friend. He's a kid. And you're a grown-ass woman, and you're sitting up there trying to talk to that young guy because you think that young guy's going to give you attention and like you and love you. They don't care. These young generation are dealing with adults because they feel like they get that one shot with an adult. They feel like, damn, okay. But the child's not going to love you. It's still a fucking child. A 20-year-old to me is a child. They're still a child. I'm 48 years old. So I'm looking at that child. I call them children. Until they get a little older, I'll always say in their 20s, they're still children. Because they're in their 20s. They're young. I call them kids. And they get mad at me, oh, why you calling me a kid? Because you're a fucking kid. I'm 48 years old, going on 50 in 2 years. You got a long way to go. A long way before you hit 40. That's the reason why they're so afraid to hit 40. I'm already there. And being 48 years old is nothing but being like 20 years old. But the thing about it is, it's a different mindset of you getting older and getting more wiser. And it's the truth. People say there's no such thing as being wise. It's a fucking such thing as being wise and being smart. Because you have to use this every fucking day. Not that computer bullshit. I'm talking about you got to use this every day. We didn't have computers. We had to use this every day. Nowadays, you can't use your brain because you got the internet and all this bullshit. But this right here is the only thing you use. And this is a computer too. Your brain is a computer too. But we don't use it. It's like it's off now. Like they click the brain off, and now they're absorbing the computer into your brain and letting that control you. So you don't think for yourself. You gotta go on Google. You gotta go on you gotta go on these engines to find out about what's going on in the world. But we used to just go there, or we used to read things, and we used to have libraries. We used to have all these things to understand what the world was, and we had to explore. We don't do that no more. Kids don't do that with their parents no more. Parents don't take these kids to explore any fucking thing. They don't take them to the parks to go swim. Don't take them swimming. I'm not saying all parents don't do it. Most of these parents don't do that shit. Most of the parents want to stay home and be on the internet all day. Talk to people on TikTok and Thread and instant message and Instagram. Taking pictures. Women that are in their 50s. I never thought I'd see women in their 50s take 1,000 pictures. And they're still talking about, I want a young man. Like, I'm like, what? Why are we going backwards? Because they used to do that back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. The grown women would want the young man. Now, the days women are doing the same thing. For what? For sex, that's it. Nothing else. There's no emotion connected to that. You need a man to be emotional connected to you. If you don't get that, how are you sitting there talking about, oh, I need a young man? And a young man's not caring nothing about you. He don't care. All thing he knows that he can tell his homies after he slapped them cheeks that he got that. That's all. When he clapped them cheeks, that's it. Yeah, that girl right there, man. I clapped the shit out of her cheeks. She want to be with me, dog. I don't, man, that's that one night stand. And now the older woman is hurt because he don't want to be with her, because that is a fucking emotional thing you do to a woman. You can't do that to a woman. You can't emotionally make a woman believe that you're going to be with them. And sex is the worst thing for a woman to have with a man to connect emotions to. That's why these young boys do that shit. And now I see these mothers hanging around their daughters, and they're telling their daughters that what they have done, and their daughters are proud that their mom did something with their freaking a freaking friend of hers. And it's nasty. It's mentally, physically, emotionally to a woman, because a woman thinks she's still beautiful. You're still beautiful regardless if you don't have a beautiful body and you don't have a beautiful face, because your mind, you should always have your personality. Because when you're like 99 years old, you're all wrinkled up in your face, and you're laying in the bed or sitting in the chair, a lot of kids love going to their grandma, because their grandma still has a personality. Because grandmas still make their children laugh. Grandfathers still know how to make their grandchildren laugh. And they're old. But that's the thing that we have only is our personality. And we should keep that. Fuck looks. I want to deal with a woman with a great personality. Yeah, she can have a nice ass body. She could be all tattooed up. She can have the most beautiful face. But if she don't have a great personality, I don't want to be with her. Because looks ain't gonna do nothing for me. All it's gonna do is make other men attracted to her. You know what I mean? But a personality, and her making me laugh, her making me smile, making me feel good that I'm with her every day, that's what I want. She makes me laugh. If a woman can make me laugh, she got me. I don't give a fuck about her body. I mean, her body is just nothing but it's nothing but a shield. Like my fault. It's like a something that I forgot the word. But a woman's body is nothing but an image that she created for herself, not for the man, for herself, for the attention from other men that she created. It's a shell of your soul. That's all. Your soul's in the shell, but you created that body. A man never want to see a woman. Sometimes a man doesn't really care too much about a woman's body too much. We only see it because we see it all the time. Yes, we're going to be attracted to it when we see it all the time. But once we see it all the time, we're going to start passing that picture, because we don't care about that picture no more. We've seen it a million times. We see the same pose. We see the same shaking of the butt. We get disinterested. That's why women say men are not around like that. Yes, because us men, we get disinterested in what we see on social media. It's like these women do the same thing over and over and over and over again. They don't change. They want to twerk. They want to show their breasts. They want to see that men will be attracted to that. To get a man. You think men really give a damn that much about bodies now? They don't care. That's why they go to the next picture. They go to the next picture. They'll probably send some flowers. But they know 1,000 other men are going to be competing for your attention. So when you're looking at your Instagram, they see your picture. They see 1,000 motherfucking men commenting on that picture. So why the hell you give me Instagram for? Oh, take my Instagram. I take your Instagram, but you don't give me no attention because all the other motherfucking men are giving you attention. And I'm like, what was the point of her giving me her Instagram? Because way back in the past, when a girl gives you a phone number, she will make sure that if you call her, she answers the phone, she's interested. But nowadays, women are not interested in conversating with a man because they don't know how to. Conversation with a man is so fucking torn down. That's why men don't want to have kids with women. That's why men are not getting married. That's why you don't see the white picket fence bullshit anymore. You see a lot of men say, you know what, I'm done. And a lot of men are single. A lot of men are introverts. No, not because the words you use, the G-A-Y word. No, they just don't want to deal with women's toxicity no more. They don't like that crap. Us men want to be in a relationship that we know that we could ride or die with that woman. But when we're 50 and 60 years old, we're looking for a woman to settle down. I'm not saying men are not looking for young women. Yeah, we're looking forward to get some intimacy. But that's all we look for. We're not looking to be with that little girl forever. We're being with that teen, that adult that's in her 20s, 30s. We don't want to be with her forever. We want to just hit and go about our business. These other men, I mean, these women just thinking that, oh, I don't want to be with that old man. Why? Oh, he's too old. He don't do nothing. So these young men are just clapping your cheeks and that's it. But you don't want to settle down with somebody. You don't want to die with somebody. And now you're alone. Remember, you're born alone, you die alone. I mean, so that's what happens. And I think you want to have somebody by your side when you're about to go. And a man should be what you want. Or maybe a woman, I don't know. But men are not interested. We're slowly getting out of being interested in women doing that twerk all the time. We just look at it like, God damn, you got a nice body. But you live 1,000 miles away. And I'll never get a chance to speak to you. I can send you flowers. I can do all these things, but I would never get a response back. Nobody on my Instagram liked my Instagram thread. Nobody liked any of my pictures. And I see these other guys, they get comments and shit. I don't know how they do it, but it's just the fact that you see it a lot, or there's a lot of people getting fake comments. But see, I just want to know why women don't want to just be a mother. And then why men don't want to be a father. It hurts so bad to see these young kids walking down the street by themselves, holding hands, and their mother and their father's not with them. It's so sad to see that, man. It's so sad to see mothers and fathers are not loving their kids like they're supposed to. And they're so sad, they're so depressed, they're so angry. And these kids are taking it out on the adults. These kids are going to be fighting the parents really soon. I mean fighting them, fist fights. And they're going to say, well, it's my mom and dad fault why I'm acting this way. My dad don't care nothing about me. My mom don't care nothing about me. Look what they doing. All they want to care about there is their own attention and their own pride. And not their child, because they think their child got to grow up at the age of 4 or 5 or 6 years old. Oh, you're growing up, mom. I'm only fucking 6. Well, you gotta go to work. Can't pay the bills. You gotta go out kicking their children out at her. I never thought I'd see mothers kick their sons out so early out of their homes because the children are acting so dumb, but the mother is blaming the son for acting the way he do, but the son is blaming the mom. And the mom is like, why are you blaming me? Because it's true. It's your fault why I act like this. You supposed to be my mother raising me. My father's supposed to be there raising me. But I'm going to go out there and do what I fucking want. Fuck you. I'm going to go out there and party. Go get high. I'm going to get drunk. Come home and anytime I want to. And not even care what you say. And the mom kicks them out. They're homeless. And next thing you know, the mom finds out something happened to her son. Oh my God, my son. Oh my God. You got these visuals and crap. I'm like, I'm sick tired of these visuals. I'm sick tired of this fake love these parents give to their children when their children are gone. They want to pretend like they love them, but they never gave them any attention. Because you find out, oh, the mom never gave the child attention. They went out there, did what they want to do, and you don't end up on the bad side of life, and they end up dying. I mean, I'm out, y'all. God bless. Peace to the Middle East, y'all. What color? Oh my goodness, why you have clutter? What? Clutter around you.